The Supreme Court just killed what was left of the Voting Rights Act. Congress blew past a war it can't afford, and tomorrow millions of workers are planning to walk off the job. That and more in today's episode of Blasphemy News. Let's get right into it. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 today that to prove voting discrimination, you have to prove that someone meant to discriminate, not that just the outcome was discriminatory. That's a nearly impossible legal bar. The last major enforcement tool of the Voting Rights Act is gone. Louisiana's governors are already talking about suspending parts of its state's primary, even though early voting already happened and overseas ballots are already in. If you voted early in Louisiana, nobody knows what that means for your ballot right now. Today is the War Powers Resolution deadline for the Iran conflict. Congress has 48 hours to authorize it or demand it to stop. And Republican leadership is looking the other way. The Pentagon is asking for $200 billion in supplemental funding for a war that only 34% of Americans support. Meanwhile, Hegseth fired 24 senior military officials without explanation and is sitting on $400 million in Ukrainian aid. Iran's parliament says the Hormuz blockade isn't working. Gas prices say otherwise. The House passed a reconciliation blueprint today, 215 to 211, that advances cuts to SNAP, food stamps, while reopening DHS after the longest shutdown of that department on record.
There you go.
Nearly 50% more farms went bankrupt last year. 15,000 farms lost. Democrats tried to strip food assistance cuts on the floor. The Rules Committee blocked that amendment before debate even started. The Farm Bill, FISA reauthorization, and the DHS blueprint all cleared in a single day. It's a lot of policy moving fast with very little room to breathe. The Senate confirmed a new ATF director, 59 to 39. 6 Democrats crossed over. And within hours, the DOJ rolled back 34 gun regulations, including the gun show loophole. Fantastic. Great. That's what we need. Tomorrow is May Day. Gig workers, healthcare aides, warehouse workers, organizers are calling for work stoppages in cities across the country. Time to the War Powers deadline and Trump's 100-day mark. His approval is at 39%. The average household is projected to pay $2,500 more this year because of tariffs. The administration calls this historic achievement. The people planning to walk out tomorrow have a different word for it. And that'll do it for today's episode. As always, thanks for watching.